What's up, guys? We got the Viper again today. We've got some maintenance. Let's see what we got here. The old wrist slitter. Yeah, get out of there. Looks right to me. It's a skip shift eliminator, which they should have came from the factory with, because locks you out of second gear to try to get better fuel economy, and it just sucks. All right, what we got? We got going on, can you read it? Green filters. As far as I know, this is the absolute best OEM air filter replacement. This has 33,000 miles on it and the original air filters. And I'm assuming the original transmission fluid, just like it had the original diff fluid. And somebody else swapped that out. So we're doing the manual trans today. Now, as far as fluid goes on this, kind of a story here. So the dealer, Mopar dealer, discontinued the original fluid that they used in these. It's a T56 trans. It's in a bunch of GM junk. GM manufacturers use Dex in them. Mopar dealer tells you to now use ATF plus 4 in them, but after a bunch of people have been using that, they're getting a noise when you're sitting in neutral. It's like neutral rattle or something like that. I forget what they call it. So anyway, if you try to do your own research and figure out what fluid you need to put in this transmission, good luck, because you're basically going to come to the conclusion that there's 25 different things. So this is what we're using today. And I promise you it's going to be better than ATF plus 4. And I'm not using Dex in that. Don't use GL5 because it's not yellow metal safe. I bet you saw that in the background. Don't worry about that. That might be a later video. So let's get this up on the old death hoist. Still haven't posted that video. Probably won't. And we'll get started. These are kind of annoyance. Even with this low pro lift, you can't lift these without removing the, I don't know what they are, but you got to take them off, and they kind of suck. So can you lift a car like this? I don't know. FOF. It's only a little bit sketchy. Actually, it's a lot sketchy. A whole lot sketchy. Well, tell you what. These things have already tried to kill me once. So try it again. It's crazy how flat the bottom of these cars are. Even with the way that I have it lifted. You can see the light gap in there. And in the back. It's not touching anything but the lift points. Alright, we gotta take like 52 of these Torx out. I'm telling you, there's 952. And it goes underneath the lift and back, so might have a problem there. I don't know, but we'll come across that bridge when we get there. All right, you guys ready to get dizzy? I got to do this one-handed. This phone's going to be upside down, crooked, and sideways. So you can see that blue connector in there is your shift plug. This is your interrupter. So let me point out too, I could not get this plate off because of the way that I lifted this. So catch 22, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I tried to lift it this way to make my life easier because I need it under the center of the car. Well, little did I know that son of a bitch goes all the way in the back, and it is what it is. It's fucking me in my ass real good. Anyway, oh, get your fat paw up in here. You go, bounce, yeah. Ow. You get that off of there. You unplug that. Where you at, little fella? You get your new little fella up in here where you ain't got no room. You go, bounce. So you got both fellas in there. Man, skid plate, you're making this just a nice time. Well, there is just no leeway on that wire, and the other one is just stiff as can be. Yeah, I'm gonna put you guys down. Man, I'll tell you what, because I can only fit one paw in there. It took a little bit trying to get those two plugged in together. That's ignorant. Anyway, let's work on this trans fluid. You're probably upside down. There's your fill bolt there. Yeah, right there. And then over here where I can't get to it. Come on. Yeah, bitch. Where are you at? Drain bolt's right there, which is going to drain all over the skid plate. See what I'm talking about here? I was unable to get it out. So this is going to make every bit of this a pain in my ass. Let's use the old front facing camera and see how terrible that is. So I got my 3/8 ratchet in there. Try to yeet this back without losing a finger. Holy. What to say? Oh my God, how tight you gotta go. Oh, she is. No joke, that joker's tight. Now, with any bit of luck, this won't be over full. So I'm not going to start this with a huge mess, because it's going to hit the skid plate that I couldn't get off and drain everywhere. I'm going to move my light because, oh no, she's still not. Let's see how that works. Come on, don't be over full. Do not want the mess down my armpit. Well, there's nothing coming out. I am not complaining about that. Alright guys, I had to pause there for a minute. So if you're going to do this on your back, and you're poor like me, and you don't have a lift, yes, I know I'm using a lift, but you know what I mean. Don't screw yourself. Make sure you can get this skid plate off, because if you can't get this off, you're going to want to murder yourself. So, where are you guys at? Oh, you're way over there. Let me get you in here. Anyway, this skid plate right here, you can see how close it is to that. I beat on that thing with a hammer to move it over. Do I care? No, I don't care. So anyway, I busted this loose because it was held in there Loctite. And I went ahead and I put the fill plug back in, because when I pull this, you know, I don't want to get covered in gear lube because it's got an air vent. And yeah, it's going to gloop, gloop, gloop because there's no air vent, and probably cover everything in grease or gear lube anyway, but no matter what, it's got to be better. Actually, I'm going to put you guys out. I'm going to figure out how to make a shield here, because I don't want to get it on the skid plate and running down. Alright, I kind of rigged up a drain spout on this, made of foil, which I'm sure it's not going to help me at all, but at this point, anything's got to be better than what I got going on. Alright, how bad am I going to miss the pan? Well, that's disappointing. It's clear. So I'm happy that I wasn't damaging the transmission this whole time, but well, I was hoping maybe it would shift a little better because it had some really rancid trans fluid in here. And I know manual transmissions, they don't really turn your oil like an automatic would. So, I mean, I guess there's a chance this is still the original. Boy, it smells like shit, I'm telling you what. Yeah. You can see my little idea did work. At least I get one win out of this. Well, I almost dropped my phone in the gear lube. Wouldn't that have been something? So, tighten that bad boy back down. And you don't have to Loctite it and then kill it. Just tighten it. You know, I hate this. When you go to peel that white shit off of there and some of it stays behind, and you take the next 20 minutes trying to pick this off, that guarantees you're not going to get a good seal there, and you're just be making a big ass mess everywhere. Hate that. Alright, so to fill this, which I've already done it, you don't need to see me do it. You just stick the old tip of the bottle up in the hole there, and you squeeze, squeeze, squeeze until it's full. Now I had this big old elaborate thing that was going to change the world to show you guys a better way to fill this, but I left everything at work, so we just did it the caveman way, and you didn't need to see that. And also, I get to struggle to get the skid plate back on. I mean, to be real, it'll be 5 minutes, but you probably don't want to see me doing that and cussing either. So, catch you in a minute. So that's pretty much it on the skip shift and the trans fluid. I know y'all are gonna post in the comments about that fluid, but why don't you just keep it out of there? Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Alright, we're gonna throw these green fellers in there real quick. Now you be a good table. So these are supposedly the best, I don't know why I mess with those, the best upgrade filters that you can get for these that still fit underneath this factory scoop. Stay. Yeah, that's a Mopar filter. From what I understand, they don't even make these anymore. Oh, that's trifling on the inside. That's almost like it's coming apart. Guess he's going anyway. Man, how is that so easy? That was actually worse. Might as well get a thumbnail of that. Alright, those are on. Bring you in here. Show you those. Super nice. Oh, wait a minute. I got metal up over there and not over here. I gotta fix that. Does it really matter? No. What do we want? No metal up. There we go. Throw that back on. So throw that back on. Throw that back on. Well. Well, we'll see you after these brief commercials. All right, you just gotta pick it up from the bottom as you're lining these up. That's all you gotta do. That's it. Another no horsepowers. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this one. Like, comment, subscribe. We got 303 of you now. I appreciate all of you. I would like some more. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's so much nicer now that you can like just put it in second when you want to put it in second. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's nice.